Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena. Today we're going to be playing with a combo in Historic that I kind of dreaded making YouTube content for it because I played it on stream last week, I think, something like that, and we had a really good combo win that took half an hour, and that to me means maybe it's not great YouTube content, but it was also hilarious, and so we're going to be doing it. Today we're going to be playing around with the Scurry Oak combo, which is hiding right down here. You can tell I haven't played it in quite some time. And it's built around a 3-card combo. The one card from the newest set is Scurry Oak, 3 mana 1/2 with Evolve, so whenever a creature with a higher power or toughness enters the battlefield, it gets a counter on it. And when one or more counters are put on the Scurry Oak, you get to make a 1/1 squirrel token. That's pretty cool. What we're going to do then is we're going to combo that with Heliod Suncrowned, which whenever we gain life, we get to put a counter on a creature or enchantment we control. So if we gain the life, we put it on the Scurried Oak, which creates as a squirrel token. That's pretty cool, but not infinite. We're going to combo that with Prosperous Innkeeper or Soul Warden. Either or will work, because whenever another creature enters the battlefield, we gain 1 life. And the same thing is true for the Prosperous Innkeeper, who only actually gains his life when one of our creatures enters the battlefield. But it comes with a treasure token as well, which can help us do a turn 3 Collected Company maybe to try and find our combo. The entire combo is a hit on Collected Company, so we're going to be running that today. We've only got 4 non-creature cards in here, 4 cards that do not get hit by Company, short of the lands, of course. So Coco should be really powerful in this deck. So let's continue to talk about it. As we said, whenever a counter gets put on here, we get a squirrel. Whenever we gain life, we put a counter on a creature. So we put the counter on the creature to gain the squirrel. Well, whenever a squirrel is created, as long as we have a Soul Warden or an Innkeeper in play, we get a life for them entering the battlefield. So we basically enter a infinite loop that creates us an infinitely huge Scurried Oak with infinite life and infinite 1/1 squirrel creature tokens all at the same time. And the only enemy at that point for us is removal and the timer. The clock in this game is not friendly to this combo, so while you can create infinite life, infinite tokens, and all of that nonsense, the game will not let you. So you'll have to go as far as you possibly can with it, and it will take some time. Annoyingly, some people don't like to concede to it, which is kind of annoying. It's, you know, it's one of those debates where you're like, is this unsportsmanlike? Or are we just, like, playing the game because the game doesn't let you do your infinite combo? It's one of those. I don't really mind all too much, but it will mean that the combo goes on for far too long. So keep that in mind if you're going to be playing this. If you've got 5 minutes, this is not the deck for you. And if you're trying to just do your dailies, this is not the deck for you. But it's very fun nonetheless. The rest of the deck is built around a Pridemate kind of style deck. So this is our alternative win con, essentially. Ajani's Pridemate and Trelasara Moondancer. Both of these, whenever we gain life, get a +1/+1 counter. Trelasara is a legendary creature, so it's a 3-of in this deck, but the upside of it being a legendary 2/2 that does the same as Ajani's Pridemate is that it scries whenever we gain life. That's actually going to help us find our combo piece, because it is a 3-card combo, and only 1/3 of the combo has redundant pieces, extra 5th copy and extras, so we're going to be tutoring for them. Speaking of tutoring, Ranger Captain of Eos allows us to get a creature card with mana value 1 or less, so we can use this to tutor up our Soul Warden. Otherwise, we've got a suite of 1/ofs in our 1-drop slot. Alseid of Life's Bounty to give protection from the colour of our choice for 1 mana. Sarah's Ascendant, whenever we have 30 or more life, it's a 6/6 with lifelink. And Speaker of the Heavens, if we have 27 life, it can pump out 4/4s every single turn. So depending on the situation, depends on what tutor target we want with Ranger Captain of Eos, but 9 times out of 10, we're going to want the Soul Warden if we don't already have one. We got 2 copies of Banishing Light just to hit any old nonsense, you know, Shalais and Leylines and things like that. We are going to be playing in the rank queue, so we're not going to see them too much, but we could also get taken out, I think, by like the 9 Life Solemnity combo. Our deck doesn't really beat that. I'm pretty sure their decks these days have Approach of the Second Sun, so decking them's not really an option, and Yeah, they don't really attack our life total all that much. So this allows us to get rid of the Solemnity, which would kind of shut off our Scurry Oak combo in the first place, as well as then open up the 9 lives to get hit 9 times from our infinite tokens. So that's an option there. And then we have Ajani's Strength of the Pride as well in a kind of mirror life gain matchup. The 0 on this card is going to allow us to sweep the board and swing for lethal. That's at least the hope. And, you know, it's going to play similar to how it plays in, like, Angel's decks. You're not really going to use the +1 and the -2 all that much, but they have their upsides as well. Gaining life on the +1 and making a Ajani's Pride mate on the -2. They're options that we have available to us, and they're not always terrible. But yeah, that's essentially the deck. Strap on in. It's going to be a long one. And hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you do, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell icon as well, so you get notifications when videos go live in the future. And without further ado, let's continue. This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons and channel members that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to a personal deck critique from myself every month, then hit the join button down below, or check out the Patreon link in the description. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. Alrighty, on the play, we have the full combo. So we're going to keep this one. Got turn 1 Soul Warden, turn 2 Ajani's Pride Mate, which pumps itself. This becomes a pretty big target along the way. But, yeah, I mean, we got everything we need to win the game, so we're going to take it. We're going to see what happens. Do we get turn 1 Thoughtseize? That would be kind of upsetting. Yep. Let's see if they know what the combo is. Are they okay with a slightly larger Pride Mate at the cost of giving me an infinite combo? Or taking my infinite combo. They take Heliod, which I think is absolutely correct. We're going to go with the Ajani's Pride Mate, ETBing, and becoming a 3/3 for 2. Pretty good. And then next turn we can drop down Scurried Oak. And we just basically need to find a Heliod at that point. It's got a Bloodchief's Thirst, sure. Bajuka Bog. I don't have Graveyard interaction, I don't think. I'm going to go with Trelisara, because it's a Pride Mate that scries, so it's going to help me find my combo. That is not my combo, but we could have taken that maybe, since it does give us some pressure. Our opponent's playing Bajuka Bog, so they don't seem like the kind of deck that would love pressure. Tap land. So we're just going to drop down Scurried Oak. Looking only for Heliod at this point. And is not a Heliod. Hit you for 5. Could just win the old-fashioned way. Our opponent is at 11. Could also just get Wrathed here. Yep, sure. Ranger Captain. That can get me... What's our life total at? 23? Yeah, it's just going to get me another Soul Warden. Opponent's had a really good run so far. Can they keep it going? Black-white control. Now the thinking is on. Opponent goes land. They could have all sorts here. I guess Big Kaya could be a thing. Vraska's Contempt. Right, well. Just sack it in response. Means they can't play 1-drops. If they had them. No real reason why I should let them have the life either. Because we can potentially just take them down from 11 here. They do have Castle Ardenvale, of course. And now it's active. We're drawing lands. Lots and lots of lands. Alright, so end step Ardenvale, I presume. From here, we're looking at 3 Heliods and 3 Scurried Oaks. So a Coco is probably our best draw. Because I don't think we're really going to be able to pride mate our opponent to death here. They're just removal tribal, so... Goodbye, irrelevant graveyard. Hello, tap land that only produces black. Hello, more lands. I wish to lose. Thank you, kill me faster. That's a lot of lands. Game 1. Take 2. There it is. Alright. Well, we're just going to pass again. We drew a bad card, didn't we, opponent? The card was very bad. So we could go for it now. I don't think it really makes a difference, honestly, when we go for it, as long as we don't open ourselves up to... Well, to be honest, opening ourselves up to removal is really the worst part. It's less so opening ourselves up to a board wipe. We already know they run Wrath, so I'm taking this 3. And then I will end step the Coco. If we hit Scurried Oak and Heliod, we have a chance to combo, but if our opponent has any removal, it will upset that quite a fair bit. Yeah, we didn't really get that either. We just got lots of life gain triggers and a Pride Mate that's probably dead. Could be worse, could be better. Yeah, honestly, it hardly seems worth playing out any further now that we've whiffed on that Coco. There's always a chance we can come back, but it's one of those where we have to wait 9 hours to find out whether or not we get the slightest little edge on our opponent. I'm just going to swing at them. They're going to Arden Veil and kill a Soul Warden. Or maybe they just blocked the 6 because they got a Wrath. That could also make a lot of sense. I'm not going to play into this board state any further. So now they can swing for 3. Wrath of God, number 2. Thoughtseize, Soul Warden, sure. Maybe Banishing Light if they've got a finisher that can target. Sounds like they do. I just wonder if they've got any life gain in their deck. Little Kaya could be a thing. Devastating Mastery. We drew the Scurried Oak. So we're going to play Soul Warden, we're going to play Scurried Oak. Looking for Heliod to win the game. Got a Ranger Captain. I'll just pump the Scurry Oak. I guess we could, at this point, get Alseed. Probably doesn't give us the protection we're looking for. But the one-off Serra Ascendant's not going to do out. Speaker of the Heavens isn't doing anything. Vraska's Contempt. My Ranger Captain. Alright, you can no longer cast anything. Unless it's instant speed. Alright. So, last known information means I get a squirrel. And some life. And a 1-drop. Yeah, I think I'll go with an Alseed. So they can't activate Arden Veil, so we swing for 3. I want to keep them away from lock throwing activations, really. And I think I'm just going to play Alseed as creature removal. We're dead to a sweeper regardless. They can't cast anything here. The only thing they can do is activate Lockthwain and go to 1. So I can give protection from black in response to like a Vraska's Contempt. If they've got a Wrath, that's it. Bloodchief's Thirst. We say, not on my watch. Protection from black, please. So whiff that. 4 damage on board. Drew a land. Unfortunately, that's not lethal because of the Arden Veil. It does get us up to 26, though, put our opponent to 2. That all but shuts down Lochthwain as far as I'm concerned. We'll keep the Temple in our hand as an unknown. It's not like we need the mana, really. We can't actually cast anything that equals the amount of mana we've already got in play. So I might as well use it as, like, our opponent wants to Thoughtseize before they die kind of bait. Something notable, if we do get 1 more point of life, we actually... Oh my god, we won. I was gonna scoop this out of boredom. But we got there. Yeah, if we got 1 more point of life, we actually enable our angel enabler dude. I can't remember what the life total is for Sarah's dude. I'm good with names. Anyway, the 1 drops. On to the next one. Okay, on the play, we've got a Pride Mate, a Scurried Oak, and an Ajani. Strength of the Pride. With a bit of removal here as well. It's not the best hand in the world, but I think it's keepable. It's got 1 of our 3 combo pieces. Whenever I target them, I think that's what this one does, right? Whenever you or at least 1 permanent you control becomes the target. Other than Banishing Light, I don't think I really target, and I'm a life gain deck, so I also don't really care. So that's nice. We just made our opponent discard a card. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Coco's pretty good. So I'm going to play Trelasara. It's probably just going to die to an Unholy Heat, but we got to give it our best shot. Dorat. I'm pretty sure that's worth 2 life off of a Banishing Light, to be honest. This doesn't have reach, so... Yeah, I mean, I'm going to lose far more than 2 life off Dorat over time, so... Let's let them have it now. Swing for 2. And then we'll go for Coco, I guess. Coco hitting Heliod and a life gain card means that... Yeah, that's fine. The next time we just win the game. Because then we Scurried Oak, creature enters, puts counter on this, and then that's infinite life. It's unfortunately not literally infinite life, because the game will time you out eventually, but it's as close as you're going to get, really. I wonder if they're running counter magic. We're going to find out on end step. They don't seem like the type. But they are running blue, and you got to ask yourself why. Opt's a good reason, I suppose. Keeps the card on top. Loves it. And that enables the Dragon's Rage Channelers, which have to attack. Perhaps they just drew a Memory Lapse. If they did, they'll just pass here. To be honest, the fact that they're even pausing says that it's probably not. Yeah. Alright, do we win? Not quite. We do not quite win. We're at 10. If I went with Ranger Captain, I'd just get a Soul Warden effect anyway. So I guess I'll pick these 2. Because this one makes me a treasure and gives me more mana to play with. We will get... Could get a Sarah's Ascendant. Or I could just get a Soul Warden, play Scurried Oak. I don't mind that either. Oh. 1 for Soul Warden. 3 for Scurry. We don't quite have enough. That is unfortunate. But if we're not dead next turn, we should win the game. And in fact, I can upkeep stop them to stop them from playing non-creature stuff. Which I imagine has some value. Stick it on you, I guess. I'm trying to think if... I'm not going to swing, because I don't want them to pump anything with Soulscar Mage or anything like that. I basically have to prevent 6 points of damage. I'm just going to stop them from playing non-creatures, I think. And do it now. So you can only play creatures here. Which gains me a point. I'm going to put it on Soul Warden. Hopefully that means I can block Soulscar Mage. So we take 7. And short of Unholy Heat on Scurry Oak, I don't think we can lose. So, creatures enter, they gain life. Put counters on the Scurry Oak. Scurry Oak makes a squirrel, which gives us life. Which puts counters on the Scurry Oak. We've got the combo, and it looks like we're not going to be dealing with Unholy Heat here. So, yeah. That's game. We just got to work our way through the triggers. See how long our opponent wants to play this out before they scoop. Yeah, we're also gaining an extra point of life that's entering the stack right now that could crash the game. It certainly could crash it. We'll see. But yeah, I've got nothing to fear as far as winning the game's concerned. I'm right there, ready to go. Anything our opponent could play to follow up will die to Ajani's 0, no doubt. That gets rid of all artifacts and creatures, I believe. Artifacts and creatures, yeah. So I guess they could play a Saheeli. I don't think that's really going to do much, though. Alright. Something to note, it does ask you a May. If you press spacebar, it will accept. So that's one way to speed up the combo, so you don't have to move your mouse all the way to the bottom right. You can just kind of dart between these two here. You could also turn off the auto order triggers in the case of having Soul Wardens. And then you don't have to worry about setting the order of these cards, which ultimately doesn't matter as well. Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of when our opponent wants to concede, because I'll keep going until the rope turns up, to be honest. I want to reduce the odds of us dying completely. As well as, you know what? I came here to do this, so I'm going to do it. And yeah, well, you know what? We're not going to get to like 69, we'll get timed out before then, so we can't really get to the magic number I would have loved to have got to. So, what do we want to get to instead? We'll get to like 39. It's like the magic number, but slightly wrong. Yep. We also need to be 15 above our life total as well, so that's kind of relevant. But we do have all these life gain triggers currently stacking as well. Yeah, this is one of the downsides of the combo, is there's a lot of accepting and a lot of clicking. And it's certainly more interactable than a lot of other combos that win just as quickly, with the same amount of combo pieces. But if you're into life gain decks, this is certainly going to be one of those kind of decks for you. We'll get to 40. One more. There we go. Alright. Resolve, decline, resolve all. Oh yeah, I've got to... now I've got to distribute the counters from the Innkeeper, so let's just make these squirrels 2/2s. I doubt they've got, like, Anger of the Gods, but maybe that's a card that I should consider and maybe make some of my Squirrels 4/4s. Somehow I don't imagine that's really a problem, though. And in the time it takes me to, you know... Oh, I don't even know what happened then. Yeah, the combo changes occasionally as far as how Arena handles it. I've noticed a lot of things like that. Like the way that it held priorities at times also changed. I think it might have been when I first played it, my opponent timing out perhaps. And the way that it works when your opponent has kind of auto pass turn as opposed to when they haven't is mighty different. Alright. You're at 4. And you'll just give you lifelink, I guess. See if our opponent's still here, because I've just given them a really good block. Are you here, opponent, or have you walked away? That ley line of combustion's really coming in handy. What's that even for? I don't know what that's even for. The top decks right now are Jeskai Creativity, which just puts 2 angels out in play and doesn't target, so that's not relevant. Jeskai Control, which has Helix, but other than that it just wraths, so that doesn't really care. Combo decks is Tybalt's Trickery, other than a tick up from Ugin, which you can just -2 instead. That doesn't really matter. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think if there's a world for Leyline of Combustion, to be honest. So we got 60 odd damage here. 90 odd damage at least. Probably closer to 100, right? 66 here. They did come back. Alright. Point. It needs to be at 7 before Unholy Heat doesn't kill it, so, you know, it doesn't really matter all that much, but... Your opponent gets their turn. We're at 78. What are you going to do? How are you going to kill me? I'm awaiting their infinite combo that I'm neglecting to remember. They do have memory lapses in their deck. So earlier when I called that, was correct. They even have Brazen Borrowers as well. That could have upset our combo, at least temporarily. They've got a mountain. Just looks like they're doing their daily quests at this point. Static Discharge my face. Okay, resolve all. You know, we did our thing. It's only fair that we let our opponent do their thing, even if it is kind of puny in comparison. Yep. You gonna swing? I know the Dragon's Rage channelers have to. So I'm gonna be blocking you, Soul Scar. Oh ho ho! If you tap me with it, I'm gonna get you. Opponent, line up your blocks, my friend. I'm the one who's like, should I just like emote them to wake them up after doing a half-an-hour combo? You must attack me. And you are dead on board. I think they're actually roping me. I think that's what this is. They're getting all of their do X things options out of the way, and now they're roping me. And certainly here, they're reading my cards, but I don't think they need explaining. I think my life total speaks for itself. This number here is pretty important as well. Hello. Sure. I want to use this one, but I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice and I won't use it. Although, to be fair, I was just doing what my deck was supposed to do. They are not. So, is my combo BM, or is there lack of playing the game in BM? You know what, I'm just gonna... Ooh, I could... So many. I love the Hedrons. Honestly, I love the fact that they've done this with their emotes. When they did this and this, these just upset me greatly, and that's why I've got them on my on my emote plan. Always have a backup plan, opponent. Hang on, there is actually, yep, swarms rise. On Vile Wings and Bloody Wind, the swarm will rise. The squirrel swarm. So now I could Collected Company, and that would allow me to combo all over again. But I am going to have to wait until we are 1 point short of greatness. That's upsetting. I guess I could Collected Company, hit one thing, decline the Scurry Oak. Right? That's an option. Alright, if it gives me the option, I am going to Coco to get to 69. That's what my opponent deserves. Everybody grab a leg. Was this one too fast to stomach? No! Alright, well, we knew the line. We knew the winning line. The game didn't allow us to play it out, but we knew the winning line. So our opponent's upset that they died to squirrels. That's fair. I wouldn't be, but yep. Some people just don't like being beaten by jank, and this shows it quite clearly. On to the next game. Okay, on the play. This hand is kind of not great. It's got the Scurry Oak in it, which is one of our 3 combo pieces, but ideally the combo piece we want is one of the 8 copies of like Soul Warden effects. At least they kind of interact with the Ajani's Pridemate. As it currently stands, we're playing Vanilla 2-2 into Vanilla 1-2 that grows a little bit and makes a token, into Coco that might win us the game. So I think I'm just going to hit the Mull. And, well, this has a very nice Pridemate hand, so we're going to keep this. Let's go down. I want to say Sarah's Ascendant, honestly. To shoot a target with Ranger Captain of Eos anyway. So let's pay 2, play Soul Warden. Pass the turn. Firing Vantage and Bomat Courier. Okay, so we gain 1 life. Could block the Bomat Courier. I don't think we'll need to. I get the impression that doing Pridemate shenanigans is going to get us quite far. Let's make Soul Warden not a target by attacking with it. And we won't be blocking again, mostly because they could have a shock here. I guess they could also have Skewer the Critics. But you don't attack like this unless you have a way to close the gap here. Scrap Heap Scrounger. Maybe they're actually not burn. They're actually Tempered Steel, maybe. In which case, this aggression's going to do us a fair bit of work. Gain 2, make a 2-mana 4/4. And Scrap Heap Scrounger can't block, so we'll get in for 8. Might just win the old-fashioned way here. So we're still 2 combo pieces away from winning, but we've got the alternative game plan here. Blink Moth Nexus just immediately screams that they've got a Tempered Steel game plan going. Still don't think that means that we block. We really don't need to. We're at 19. Gain 1, pump the team. Yeah, I mean, they're on chump blocks now. Tempered Steel's just a really bad creature. And we got Coco. So we could just win here if we hit Heliod and Scurry Oak. Ranger Captain and Soul Warden. That'll do. You know this'll do. There we are. Beautiful. Beautiful, right. They've got lots of colourless cards, so I don't think Alseed to get an unblockable creatures where we want to be. We could just go with Serra's Ascendant. That makes a 6/6 flying lifelinker. We'd also just go with the Speaker, which can pump out 4/4s. I don't think it really matters, honestly. Let's just go with Speaker. So, blocks. Yeah, I think we can afford to attack with it all, because this has to block here, this has to block here. This can't block, so they can never block our 1/1s. And they're just going to concede. Fair enough. -16. I would have upkeeped and sacked the Ranger Captain so that they couldn't play any non-creature stuff, assuming that maybe just out of nowhere they have a Wrath of God or something like that, or a Tempered Steel, which, again, doesn't really matter here. It's a terrible draw for them. But, yeah, I think that's the game plan. And then from there, play Speaker. These become bigger. Force blocks all over again. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. On to the next one. Alrighty, we play first. We've got 1 combo piece, 1 shooter for the second combo piece, and 2 Cocos that can get us any of the combo pieces. So we're going to keep this one. Opponent mulls very quickly and keeps. So blue-red probably means throws of... yeah. Throws of Chaos. Probably playing against 2 bolts Trickery. We can out-trickery them. Rootbound Craig, though. We're going to go with Ranger Captain here. Grab a Soul Warden. And pass the turn. I can sack Ranger Captain on turn 4 to buy us some time. Which is probably worth doing. So we can go... Soul Warden... Scurry Oak. Yeah, the fact that I'm getting no resistance whatsoever from playing anything suggests to me that I should sack Ranger Captain and buy myself a turn, because I can win next turn if I hit off of Collected Company. So you can't cast non-creatures, which means no Throws of Chaos, no Tybalt's Trickery, which I do strongly believe you're on, because you're at 4 mana and you've done nothing. So let's go Soul Warden. Yeah, we got a bit of resistance then. They drew Magma Opus then, I guess, or they've got a Tybalt's Trickery in hand. I'm just going to go for it. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there was a Heliod there as well. That would have been the win. Alright, well, we get a Trelasara, so we get lots of Scries. And a lovely little squirrel. Scurry Oak. So, where I stand right now is our opponent going Throws of Chaos, getting Ugin and minusing, and in which case Scurry Oak is at least 1 piece of my combo. So I think that's why I will keep it. It's not Heliod, though, which is the missing piece of our combo right now. But we have Collected Company, we can end step as well. Yep, there's throws. It's Trickery. Trickery hits. Emergent Ultimatum doesn't necessarily win the game on the spot, but usually it will. I don't know what their options are anyway. Yeah, you can have that. Mizzix's Mastery is no bueno. I think that's the card we pick. So we let them have the Tarask and we let them have some beast tokens. Pretty weird build, I'll give it that. Yeah, let's go for Scurry Oak. This actually means that the Tarask can't attack, right? Which is kind of funny. Because that Trelasara is bigger than it. I like that. Maybe I should be going for Heliod now. Yeah, I'm pivoting. I've got plenty of pivot options here. Let's just go for Heliod. It's the harder to find piece that we're currently missing. There's another Scurry Oak. Well, we'll better not whiff. Trelisara. Plains. I should have pivoted earlier, of course. I get 2 more triggers. Sarah Ascendant. Yeah, don't care about that. We're at 35 as well, which is quite nice. Don't want that either. Alright, we could have gone considerably further through our deck, of course, but we've got an 18-18, and we just drew the combo. Get wrecked, Sybol's Trickery. Get wrecked. And we win the game. We're going to keep our 18-18. Alright, whenever we gain life, we put a counter on a thing. Whenever we put a counter on a thing, we gain some tokens, which gains us life. I'm going to go to gameplay and auto-order my triggered abilities. This is going to speed things up quite considerably. Because now I just have to accept. And remember to turn it off later. Because sometimes those triggered abilities can go in the wrong order. But with this combo right now, there is literally no way for it to go wrong. So we're going to gain infinite life here. Going to keep going until we time out, essentially. And I feel like we should be able to survive any amount of additional trickerying that our opponent can do. I don't know what their alternatives are for, like, Emergent Ultimatum, but I feel like they gave it their best shot. And yeah, this is going to be a no mercy combo. I'm just gonna go as far as I can before I get timed out. Although maybe stop once the rope turns up, because then I get to attack, which can certainly be relevant. We got all these triggers as well on the stack to resolve, and I want to be able to resolve them in the way that I like. There we go. So, infinitely huge Trelisara, infinitely huge Scurry Oak, infinite life, infinite 1/1 tokens that can gain a counter off of all of the extra Soul Warden triggers that are going on the stack right now. We've got 5 attackers to their 6 blockers, so we literally can't kill them now, but we can clear the board entirely if we want to. Because we can force them all to be lethal threats. Alright, we're at 54 triggers on the stack right now. And 27 squirrel tokens, it looks like. I think this is 64. Oh no, actually, hang on. What are we doing? What are we seriously doing? We gotta stop at 69. And then we'll gain loads of life, of course. But it's the fact that we stopped at 69 that really counts. So 3 more times. I'd love to get to 420, but the game will literally time us out before then. Eventually, like Arena says, we've had enough of your crap, and it stops you. So 1 more life gain trigger, please. Nice. Put that there. Decline. And resolve all. Scry, we don't want that. I just want another Coco, I think. Put it there. Nope. Nope. There. Nope. Actually, no, we want, Najani. Najani's a one-sided board wipe that wins us the game. We're gonna dig for that. We can't play it right now, mind you, but we should be able to find it to draw it next turn. Nope. Nope. There. Where art thou, Johnny? We'll know the entire composition of our deck, I'll say that much. I'll know what I'm drawing forevermore. So I'm pretty sure we've got enough scry triggers here for it to equal our entire deck. So we should add infinite scry to the list of upsides of this deck. Let's make a squirrel bigger than the Tarrasque as well. People complain about the fact that the Tarrasque is actually kind of a weak card. And this is a pretty good sign of that being the case. It's dead to a squirrel. Banishing Light, no. And once we put a final point on the squirrel to make it a lethal attacking threat, now we keep that on top. We're going to just press spacebar now to auto-accept. We're going to start putting counters on the Soul Warden instead. There we go. Isn't this wonderful? It's truly amazing. Uh-oh. There's the timer. We're setting up the win next turn, but uh-oh. We might not get to attack this turn. We literally can't click fast enough. Good news is that I'm pretty sure the game, when it does its auto-resolutions without your help, it makes the leftmost card get all of the targets, and it makes the scries always top. So it should actually just do exactly what we wanted it to do anyway, but we probably don't get a combat step. To say someone's playing Tybalt's Trickery, whenever I play it, it's because I don't have the time in the day to do my dailies, and therefore I do that because it's really quick. To say that's the case, our opponent is sticking through with this game. They could have won 3 times over with Tybalt's Trickery by now. Yeah. There you go. Hands off. This is what it does. So let's see if we can cancel through all of this enough and see if we get the opportunity to actually swing to force some blocks. Do we get to attack? We do. Fantastic. Alright. Send it. So, everything must block everything. Probably shouldn't have got in with the Soul Warden. That's fine, though. Yep. Loud banging noises. I end my turn. They Throes of Chaos. So I'm at 102. Like, Ugin's kind of the bad one for us. But we get an Ajani. And I think we can come back from an Ugin. I think our main issue is that we can't really... Yeah, I mean, that's totally fine. You know what we can do? Game 1 life. Trigger Scurry Oak. Go again. Thanks, opponent. You gonna scoop yet? I will make them scoop. Without combat damage. I will do it. Let's just make infinite tokens again. Yeah. Thanks for entering the battlefield for me. Bye! Oh, yes. Goodbye, Tybalt's Trickery player. It is fun to destroy you. Very, I will say, a very weird and wonderful list from them. Hunting Pack is not a card that I've seen, nor will I probably ever see it outside of this deck. The Tarrasque is also not one I see too much. It's played in, like, current standard Tybalt's Trickery lists, for sure, but, like, everywhere else, maybe not so much. It's just not that good. To say it's kind of like a world-ending level dinosaur or whatever, I don't really play D&D, so I wouldn't know for a fact, but I've heard it's, like, extremely difficult to beat, and for it to be extremely difficult to beat, it loses to 32 squirrels and a couple of life gain triggers. A big tree with a face. It loses to all of this, so it's kind of funny. It should have been a little bit more powerful. Maybe trampling. Trampling's probably what it should have. I don't know why it doesn't, because it's clearly crushing houses. But yeah, that's a bit of a lore fail. Our opponent tried their hardest to run through this obnoxiously long combo and couldn't handle it, so yeah. I think that's going to do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys have powered through this obnoxiously long combo and enjoyed it in the process. If you have, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Not quite like this in the future, but maybe similar. And without further ado, gonna end it here. Take care and have a wonderful evening.